Hello everybody. My name is Elsweyr. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. I really do appreciate it. If you do end up liking the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, but if you don't, that's fine too. And we're going to dive into this video, which really talks about what happened to the old tutorials. I see that question a lot. I asked myself that question a lot. I remember that there are certain tutorials um, that remain in the game in a way. And I say in a way because, well, they're not tutorials anymore. And with some of them, it's what ZeniMax did when they started the year-long stories is they wanted to allow people to still go back to they didn't want to punish veteran characters because the um the tutorials kind of tied in with the main story and or had a really good story, what have you. So they didn't want that was the biggest uproar when all this started, which was I don't want to be, in this case, a warden. So I can't do the new tutorial. Like I lose out on a skill point, da da da. Like I get punished because I did the original. Like what? So um ZeniMax added a way to still do the quest. And I believe it still gave a skill point. And I think that option's gone now, but um out of the original tutorials, which I mean, out of the tutorials anyway, one, two, three, four, two, three, four. I think just five. Yes, I have it written down in front of me just in case. There are two that they did not do this for. One of them, not necessarily a huge loss, and I'll cover that real quickly right now. Um, is the Northern Elsweyr tutorial quest, which took place here at Starhaven Adeptorium, where you woke up and you trained with these guys, going through, and then there was a dragon that destroyed it at the end. This tutorial was rather bad. I think this one, even though the Northern Elsweyr quest and area is my favorite, Northern and Southern Elsweyr is probably one of my favorite zones. The tutorial was awful. It really was. I mean, every time you try to do, that part of the tutorial where you heavy attack and the guy falls down after you hit him? Well, in this one, for whatever reason, he glitched out, and before you finish winding up your heavy attack, he fell down. It's like, I bug reported it so many times. And then the other one where where we can't visit now that the tutorial is gone, sadly, is Deepwood Vale. Deepwood Vale was the area for Western Skyrim tutorial, and honestly, it was my favorite tutorial. It still is my favorite tutorial. The area was so giant, it had so many containers that had so many different things. It really helps you get started with the game. Like after you left the tutorial, you could go to Solitude and you could you know, research any sort of traits on armor or weapons that you found or decon and get those things started. Get your provisioning started because you're picking up a lot of containers and crates, and it was such a great um, tutorial. Not to mention, for those of you who played Skyrim and don't know Deepwood Vale is in Skyrim. It's called Deepwood Redoubt, which also leads to Hag's End, which had the slow time wall in it. For those who don't remember, if you look at Deepwood Vale and Deepwood Redoubt, you can see that this was an absolutely giant area. So for us to not be able to go there anymore in any sort of capacity, like tied to a quest, I think it's a loss. I really do. I think ZeniMax should add a quest to Deepwood Vale, just so we're able to go there again. That'd be really cool. That'd be really, really cool. So this one we're gonna do is Vvardenfell quest, which was the first in the year-long story. If you want to get this quest, you just go to Seydanin. I pronounced it wrong, don't care.
Please, someone, we need help.
pass. I already did this zone. I hate this zone. I hate this quest. You talk to Demina Salvi.
By order of the deputy, I suspect I need to by the time we ever since I was here, and we're just a small.
Do I have a skill point? Nah, goddamn it. Alright, so we're gonna do this quest. Try to do these quests will be time stamped down below if you don't really care. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible though. I think this part of the quest is rather dumb. This is actually my second time doing this quest. If this glitches out again, I won't be able to show you these. Because there's not many more characters. I'd actually have to delete a new character and remake them. Just so I can do this. It's crazy.
Do you? So direct you are.
Damn it.
Now, Linden.
I wish I had that. That's why I wanted that skill point. Skip all this crap. No one cares, dude. Nobody cares. My only need is doing something dumb and being dumb. Because I'm dumb. Whee!
Ah, that feels much. Now,
shut the f up, dude.
I prefer my.
Nobody cares about you. I like Vvardenfell though, honestly. I mean, they're not like my most favorite race, to be honest, but I just really like them. I mean, my top two favorite races don't even like exist anymore. My favorite race is Snow Elf, and my second favorite race is at Morans, none of which actually exist.
Not now, citizen. Really outlandish.
It's crazy, right? What's your favorite race?
An outland. What?
Despite word of advice.
What's your favorite race? I don't really know, like, in terms of favorite race, and for those that are actually still alive, I'd probably say Khajiit. I'd probably say Khajiit is probably my favorite. For those that still, like, are alive, for sure.
Red Mountains. Oh.
And that has actually a lot to do with this game. Before, I think my favorite race before this game in the Northern Elsweyr was probably I want to say Nords, but not really. I think Nords gave up on their culture. Probably would have been Dark Elf. But when this game came out, like, when Northern Elsweyr was introduced, that made me respect Khajiits a lot more. And their culture. It also helps that they had their own dragon priests or whatever. Dunmer went down for me. I hate to say it, because Vvardenfell was such a frustrating zone. Who's coming around the corner? Yeah. Vvardenfell was such a frustrating zone because they had a couple of quests that were just so long and just like annoying. I'm stealing everything from this dick. Alright. Now you don't have to go back downstairs when you finish this. You just go through that door and jump off, and the boat's right there. Easy peasy. Now from here, you should be able to go to...
Back again? That's odd.
Yep.
But that
Firemoth
does
Island,
what
which
I
was the
attack. That's a
area
distraction.
for
Soldiers,
the
to the ships.
Vvardenfell
We
tutorial.
sail for Firemoth Island.
And I'll show you the part. We only have access to about half of it. And Vivek's such an idiot. He could have destroyed this, but he kept it going. He kept it up there because he wanted the threat. And then, of course, he left Nirn. I don't think he died. He just left Nirn and just let it like kill his people. I mean, that landed and caused Red Mountain to explode, which killed the whole area and killed Winterhold, and it was not very smart. Alright, so the area that you would have came out of in the tutorial is this part. This was the first part of the tutorial. In here is where you got your armor, you escaped the, quote, prison, you got out your weapons, and then you came out here and did this. Now, you could still save the slavers, but I don't think you necessarily knew why you were doing it. They were just people who needed to be saved. And then once you saved them, it kind of started up the main quest. It wasn't the worst tutorial. Worst tutorial was Northern Elsweyr by far. And then I think this one. But this one was only low on the list because Western Skyrim was so good and Summerset was so good. And I do like the new tutorial too. My favorite Summerset. By far. It'd be, let's see, Summerset, then Western Skyrim. And then... And then the current one.
I can't believe it. Free.
Free. Go up, you. Oh god, it just words I can't say on YouTube. Okay, so this is part where it's a little different, but as you can see, you still have a decent amount of crates that you could do. Now here, you go back here, but I believe in the tutorial... Now those who played this tutorial, you can also call me out on it. You went here. This is the boat you used in the tutorial, I do believe. But because we're doing a quest, going to a different area. I don't think that boat was there in the distance before. Maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe that's the boat that this one goes to. Alright, now you go back to Senanin, finish the quest. What's up, loser?
Someone attacked the governor. So the governor hoped to use the more...
Or something like that. Now to get the Sky Shard available in town that you saw.
The governor struck me from behind and fled.
The governor seeks to escape justice. After him.
Yeah, kick him in the shin. You go into the courtyard. You go through the door that says courtyard. Like I need another crown fortifying meal. Why can I steal it? This item You cannot steal this item because you of the prevent stealing. Okay. Wait, what? I just stole a bunch of what? I don't have prevent stealing on this character. I have prevent killing innocents. I just stole a bunch of crap. Anyway, so that's that quest. Now we're going to probably what is by far my favorite tutorial. Now in the last video I tried to record,
Give me any trouble.
this was extremely glitchy because I don't think anyone does this quest. You know, Summerset was years ago. It is still one of my favorite zones though. Alright, so to get to this old tutorial, or at least quest that goes back to the old tutorial area, or some of it, you go to Summerset, which you should have unlocked. I've never been to Summerset and the Way Shrine's there, so it's unlocked magically. Elves magic.
Let the cat
I love
fight those
Summerset.
monsters. The island sprung a leak. Run!
The island's taking a leak. I hope we go back to Summerset. Like, I know that some people are like, Alphamir? Are you stupid? What I mean is just the islands. There's a lot of islands that surround Summerset. They say there's up to 16 islands, and Summerset and Ordon are only, and Artaim are only 3 of them. So, I mean, we could definitely go back here and explore High Elves even more. Because they're definitely up there. High Elves are probably where are they on my list? Elves, I don't know. Sorry. Leveling stuff. They'd probably be like 4th now. Now that I know that like they're not all just racist dicks, like it's just really the veiled inheritance, you know, and a few outliers. You know, some of you are like, but what about Skyrim in the 4th era? Yeah, there'll be a video on that soon. So the person you're looking for is her, Oriandra. This is a rather longer quest, by the way, but I'm going to be breezing through it. I'm really sorry I'm breezing through it, but I still have one more tutorial after this.
You there. Don't just stand there.
This is my
Help me.
favorite one, though. Not even close to
Kinda.
lying.
Really?
I love this thing. It's so
Kinda.
great.
This kind of not very much. I've established a
I would absolutely love for there to be a house here. Like, in the mine trap. Like, not in Elderbur. Elderbur's ruined and stupid. But in the mine trap area. Oh, man. That'd be so cool. You could probably make the mine trap area. Probably could if you tried. You need to spend a lot of gold, though. Oh, hold on. I can't remember what I did last time. There's one thing I didn't like about the Summerset quest, and that's it made the Syndic Order look really stupid. And, you know, in a way. And here's this elite order of people who use magics that are just not understood anymore, even in the 2nd era. And they just make them look like they're just a bunch of bubbling idiots, and I just don't really like that. Hey, Oriander. What's going on, homie? I probably could have dropped down. I think the area that I dropped down is like right here. Now we're gonna go to the mine trap. Now this is probably still really bugged out because again, I don't really think many people do this anymore.
Ah, good. The link is working perfectly.
But look at this! Look at this area, guys. Oh, look at this, everybody! Isn't this so cool? This is apparently like supposed to like represent like you're actually inside someone's mind, and this is all the different connections and synapses and all that kind of crap. Pretty cool.
There's Kynar. You need to convince him that this is all an illusion.
Yeah, it's still bugged.
The magic that went into
So there's gonna be some weird shit that happens here because it's still bugged. I bug reported it last time. I'll bug report it again after the video.
Listen to me.
Oriandra? Why are you in my head?
There's no time for research. You need to get out of there.
And you need to ask permission before interrupting someone's thoughts. But thank you for sending me an assistant. We'll collect those samples in no time.
Just hurry before the mine trap snaps shut.
Come on.
The mage is caught in my mind trap, worm. Nothing you do will change that.
That sounds very cartoony. I don't know what's going on with those.
Well done. Now return to Kynar and convince him to wake up.
Such a nice area. Now, originally, this is only part of the mine trap. This was like the second half of the tutorial.
Thank you. I'll see myself to safety. You need to rescue the others.
Next, you need to free the orc warrior named Grog. He should be deeper in the ruins.
Still getting used to Arcanist. It is, like, in terms of PvE, it is such a fun class. But I have not tried it for PvP, at least in a non-PTS kind of way, and I'm a little worried.
Grog is close. Strange. I don't sense Katora's dark power, though.
I think he resisted the mine trap on his own, but he's still unconscious.
Wake him
Because
up,
he's an
please.
orc, bro. Orcs are built different. I like orcs. I think the only race I've grown not to like is Nord.
That wasn't just water.
No matter. It worked, didn't it?
They wonder why I drink so much.
Focus, Grog. Make your way back to
I like their
Kynar.
ancestors a lot more.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I've got Grog. You go find Maria.
Like, not even kidding, like, Needs and at Morins, whatever, you know, like, they were so much stronger. But I'm not going to ruin an idea I just came up with for a video. Crazy.
There's Maria. Be careful in there. I sense her mind trap is nearly complete.
Ooh. This one was the buggy one. So we'll see.
Remember to keep your cowl low, Maria. Stay out of trouble. Be invisible. Survive.
I will, Mama. Mama!
Maria's losing herself. Find items she holds dear and help her remember.
Okay.
I offer you a place with us. A home,
Dark Brotherhood.
a family, if you promise to serve.
I promise, Speaker. Show me the way.
These memories represent turning points in Maria's life. The choices that made her who she is. Help her remember.
What matters is that you found your way back, Maria. You are an excellent student, and your mother would be proud of the person you've become.
I'd love to go to Hammerfell.
These items, I remember them. I feel like I'm swimming. That was disorienting.
Kynar, bring Maria here, please.
If you insist. I'm not fully recovered yet, though, so this is probably my last spell for a while.
Just do it. Our friend can return on...
Coriandra!
Katora's mind trap. I set it off.
What's wrong with her?
I think she's caught in a mind trap.
I guess I'll need to cast another spell after all. There! I've re-established the mind link. Now go save Oriandra!
Listen closely. I've maintained our link, but just barely. I used the link to anchor part of myself to you. When the mind trap sends my darker aspects against you,
Yeah, see? Buggy as fuck.
that will destroy the mind trap and set me free.
Unless that's part of the mind trap thing,
It's the only way.
which is one of the reasons why it never got fixed, is, like I said, it's part of the mind trap. It's supposed to look buggy, I guess, maybe? I don't know. It makes sense why it was never ever fixed. Not like I'm the only one sending in reports. Even if this quest isn't highly done, I can't be the only person sending in reports.
Mind! It's coming apart! My darkest aspects! You need to destroy them! Such anger! Such hatred! I'm free. Use Kynar's link, and I'll see you in the waking world.
Not as buggy as the other one, but I think the problem was I was using a lot of Arcanist skills.
That's it. No more mind magic for me.
That was... This particular danger has passed.
Not a bad
But
set,
I
the
will alert
Venice
my
set.
colleagues in the Sijic Order to be on
Not
their
a great
guard.
set either, though.
I suggest that you and these others remain vigilant as well. In the...
1,000 gratitudes for aiding us.
What about the mind traps? There might be more still out there.
Alright, so that's
Sounds
the
like a
Summerset
task we
one.
could
So
dig
you
our
only really
teeth
got
into, my
one
friends.
left.
Indeed. I prefer
Did
to
I
be
do
the
it
hunter
already?
instead of the prey.
I think I did it already on this character. Oh, I did. Okay. Problem. We're gonna have to problem solve this, ladies and gentlemen. I should have thought of that before I did those. Awkward. Now, the original tutorial has actually been redone a few times. And it still exists almost close to what it was as a tutorial, but they just took out certain things. Ah, yes, talk to the benefactor. Sweet. Alright. So we're gonna go do this. I'm at 80, right? Okay, so I think I try to stick within, so if you're AD, you really want to go to Vocal Guard to do this quest. If you're DC, you want to go to Number. If you're EP, then it's Stone Falls. So. Bridge tutorial was fun. And in this one, I'll be able to show you at least like where it asks certain things, you know, like choose a weapon and all that kind of stuff.
So many visitors, so little time.
Traveler, a moment of your time.
Alright, now before I jump in here, guys, I'm just going to say speaker warning. Okay? Because the game right now is kind of quiet. So I don't need to turn it down, but speaker warning. Something nightmares are made out of. Now, they did change Manny Marco's costume in that. Manny Marco's costume was originally what he was wearing and everything else, and I'll show you what it was, because you get it, I think, as a reward. I don't think they changed this. Yeah, this is what he was originally wearing. So.
Whoa there. Are you all right?
Now, fun fact here, Lyris is not the person who originally unlocked your cell.
I hope you've still got some fight left in you.
You're
going to need it.
No, I don't. Just kidding. No, this here
must have been the runt of the litter.
Is where you picked up your weapon, which was in this tutorial a two-handed sword. Which I'm kind of glad that they stopped that. That was really annoying with a lot of the tutorials in the beginning. Like this one, and I think even Vvardenfell and Summerset. It was all...
Keep moving. There are more Daedra on the way.
It was all two-handed as you got started. And it was Just no.
Don't stop now. Keep moving.
This guy
More
here,
guards are on the way.
Urgisine, he was the guy who originally unlocked you. But they changed it to Lyris. I believe in the original he unlocked you and then went to get Lyris.
Let's get out of here, my friend.
The Prophet.
Greetings, Leslie. Like
Can't
you,
right
I'm a
click
prisoner
Rex,
in this
goddamn it.
place.
Now this is where you originally had like tables and, you know,
Hold a moment.
weapon racks right
We
here.
need to talk.
The Prophet.
I've no idea. You're obvious. I don't know. A man named. It means you. No. It won't be easy. We should keep moving.
God, I have a spender. Oh, this is still bugged. Still a cool scene though.
Well played, friend. Arcase Beard, you are good in a fight.
Sure.
The god of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry.
I still don't know why he allows you to escape. That is so dumb. Like, he's just like, oh, you're escaping. Lyris, you're important, but you're escaping. You know, and, you know, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just saying, like, this is stupid, dude. Alright, so this was the point in the tutorial where they said, you know, a prompt came up down here and it said, press M for map. So you press M and you look at the map. Oh, shiny, yay. This area is also actually good for farming Daedra. There was actually somebody who stayed here until and leveled up their fighters guild here because it's instanced. I mean, that's a lot of farming. That's a lot of farming and a lot of dedication to farming because it's a lot of Daedra. But it is instanced. Okay. Now, there, see right there, if your Arcanist ever gets stuck and you can't loot, what you want to do, and what you want to do, right, what I noticed that works, let's say I want to loot this guy, but I can't, block, and then dodge roll, and it should fix it. Okay. Just a little wisdom from Althamir. Because, yeah, I mean, you're gonna get, for some reason, you're gonna get stuck. I don't know why.
Try to be inconspicuous. We just got free of this place. The last thing we need is to get recaptured. I'll keep watch. Quickly! While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Fool! You will never escape my realm.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way. Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel. Cadwell is the oldest. Cadwell sees things.
Cadwell's my favorite character in the game. Hands down.
One fine day in the middle. Hello, what's this? Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure. Oh dear. Well, that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt, actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between. Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you? Well, there's not much to tell, is there? It's the same old pish-tosh, gallant knight, epic quests, rescued maidens. I came to this land when my head was quite unceremoniously separated from my body. Bad luck, that, but you make the best of things.
For those who don't know, you do find out what happened to Cadwell in, I believe it's northern or southern Elsweyr.
Oh, quite a long time. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was the oldest of the soul shriven, of those who didn't go feral.
So do the Year of the Dragon to find out what happened to Cadwell.
Heart's in the right place, I suppose. An imperial gentleman. Apparently he was once a...
Alright, I'm not gonna go through all that.
Cadwell seems to think this Undercroft is a delightful place. Probably means it's a death trap.
So you can stay here for as long as you want. You know, and just... you know, try to get level by level, but honestly, I wouldn't recommend staying here like some people do for some reason.
I'm burning up.
The best thing about this quest and the next quest, which is you go into the Prophet's Mind, they're free skill points. So do these absolutely. Do this quest and the other one absolutely. Now this one is where you learn how to lockpick, or how to not lockpick, because you look down, it says force lock 100% down at the bottom of the screen. So just hit R, and you'll get in automatically. Now you won't necessarily learn how to lockpick, which is what that's for. But if you did the other tutorial, pretty sure you'll learn. No, I don't think you'll learn how to lockpick. And Belt. I think it's an area where you kind of have to go out of your way.
God of self-punishment?
Oh, shut up. That'd probably still be Mullet Ball.
Might have been a fair fight, if there were 3 of you.
Oh. I think I just got lost. Nope. Okay. Remember one time I went through that, and for some reason I went through this door and spawned on the other side dead. It was weird.
Prophet's Cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time. Alright, the good news is we made it here in one piece, and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with you. There's a trick to it, believe me. Once it's done, get...
This part is different. But they wanted to, ZeniMax wanted you to get used to using these pinions with dolmens and what they meant. Because there were, for some reason, a lot of people who will do a dolmen, and then when, you know, when the initial rush was ended, they never closed all the pinions. So they would just sit there and be like, how in the hell do I get the next boss? Like, what in the world? Yeah. Believe it or not. I have no idea if that helped. If switching this helped or what, but...
Freedom! Thank the divines.
I wish that were possible.
That is the name. That is what I... Up the stairs, quickly! We must get to the anchor mooring!
mooring.
This part I never understood. This, like I said before, he catches you leaving, and it's just like, if you can beat this guy, you leave.
Find me, futile. Soon your world will be in my chains.
Egotistical, man.
Come, I will protect you. A moment. The dark anchor shard of Aether.
This used to be filled with much more of these urns here.
Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing.
It used to be like tons of them in here.
Collect
It
the
looked
sky
more
shard.
like a kitchen, because all these things were filled with was provisioning ingredients. It was crazy.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return
home.
Let the
The
will
will
of
of Moloch
Vvardenfell be denied.
be denied. Hey.
Hurry! We must go now.
Notice he says Sky Shard very weirdly. Grab the Sky Shard! It's like, I don't know why. Oh. Whew. Stretchy, stretchy.
As I feared. Days, weeks. I'm afraid you will have... I cannot
Say again.
foresee that. Not
Free
yet.
skill point.
Be wary, Ves. You must find your own. Indeed. We do not face these...
Alright, so that's pretty much it for the tutorials, and now you know at least what some of them were turned into, some of them were completely deleted and basically gotten rid of, which is honestly very sad. Like I said before, the Western Skyrim one is one that it's such a big area that I think it's a real shame that we don't have that anymore. You know, I do really think it is. But that's the way they wanted to go. I mean, they could have easily attached a quest to it like they did other years. And I think that would have been a really, really, really good idea. But for some reason they didn't. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Which one's your favorite? Do you still like the old tutorial? Which is the one I just did? Do you like the new one? Which one's your favorite? I would say the current one's not bad if I had to choose. Now, for those who don't know, the current one takes place primarily in Vvardenfell Island, which I believe around here somewhere. It's Betneck. It's around here somewhere. I don't know. Horrible with maps, but and yeah, it's in the, because you can see it from Glenumbra and Stormhaven, so it's like right here-ish. It's not bad, but with every chapter, there'll be, once you finish it, there's something called, I believe it's called the Portal Room. And with each chapter that's released, there'll be a new portal door that's added. So it's the permanent tutorial until they change their mind. And what's beautiful, for those who are worried about, oh, but I love Vvardenfell Island, however it's pronounced. Like, I hate that we lost it to a tutorial. Well, the Adamantine Tower is so big that, I mean, even in the tutorial, I think we only explore maybe like 1 or 2% of it or something. So you still have a ton of it that we can put in like a trial or a dungeon DLC or something like that, or part of a main quest to you know, a story. So we didn't lose it. ZeniMax, the only reason why we wouldn't revisit it is because ZeniMax doesn't want to for some reason. So, just to let you know. So yeah, but that's it for this video, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you did and you want to see more content. I try to upload like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, but I mean, it varies depending on my schedule and stuff like that. So, I mean, I post a lot. So just keep coming back and checking. But anyway, like I said, that's it for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Be safe out there.